Hi, I'm Susan.
Hi, Susan. Welcome.
Is that the crystal from Michael? Or is just getting it? Oh, right.
That's interesting. I like that. My brother just came in. His name is John. So I either have your brother or John. Or maybe you have a brother, John. Okay, that's it. Thank you. See how wonderful Spirit works. And welcome, John. Okay. First of all, the message from John is, it may have seemed worse than it was. And when I get this feeling, and this is me, not clairvoyantly, it's a tell to me that perhaps that the passing over looked difficult. You know, the body letting go isn't easy. So in whatever method it chooses to let go of this life, it appears not so nice. And he wants you to know he was gone before it got real. You understand what I'm saying? Okay, that's all I need. These to me look like tubes. And I'll be honest with you, I'm kind of struggling what to do with them. There's 2, 4, 5, and maybe 6. Here we are at number 6 again. You're in a real time of seeking stability. And I mean that within yourself. Okay. They're also telling me that perhaps with some of the things in your life, but stability is something all spiritual people need to really work on, and that means grounding and being very self-aware, who I am and what I think. So these tubes or cylinders, it's cylinders, they just tell me it's cylinders. These cylinders are going to be given to you one at a time. So I don't know what these 6 things are. I would suggest that perhaps you think about the top 6 things that you're seeking. And something's on here about that. Something you're seeking. Okay, I got it. So I was watching them hand it to you, but one at a time. So, you know, take this walk you're on. I don't know what it is, but that's how they're giving it to me. Take this walk you're on towards whatever this is, and take things one at a time. You know, we tend to overload ourselves with projects or I want to be a medium, I want to channel, I want to give messages, I want to earn a living. You know, all the things we try. It's a slow walk, and so these things will be given to you one at a time. And these cylinders are significant for some reason, specifically for you. They'll make you aware of it. John is telling me pay attention to your dreams. I don't know if you have a dream journal. You may want to do that because I'll forget them. I think I'll remember them when I wake up, they're gone. So I usually write them right as I get them if I feel like they're very significant. But yours are going to be very significant now. John wants you to tell someone he's okay. And he hears you all. He hears you all. He's whole and free. This is about John. I'm sorry. This is about John. He's so happy to be able to give this to you. Yeah, things are going to be revealed to you one at a time. There's something you'll laugh when this becomes known to you. But cylinders mean something. I feel like the treasure's in the cylinder, and here's one, but you'll get it. And you can see these 6 cylinders on here. And I'm almost seeing them in my mind, like the old scrolls, how they were rolled up. Well, at least in the movies, how they were rolled up and had caps on the end of them. So I'm feeling, oh, okay, I got you. It's information, wisdom, and it will be handed to you in an orderly fashion.
Scrolls?
Yeah, like the scrolls.
That's what I got getting.
Yeah, thank you. So that's the cylinder thing. Teach. I don't know if you teach now, but you're sure going to be busy teaching more. Big stuff. I believe we're going to come back to tribal living. It's our little communities are going to be really important. You're up here with the teaching in your new community. So I'd like to leave you with that. And here's your cylinders. Whoops, would you hold that over? Somebody touched it all over. DK 1128. Oh, that's your energy. 1128. 3s and 6s, interesting. Oh, this is about joints and bones. So, healing to you if you need it. I'm not specifically feeling that, but I'm feeling joints and bones here. Okay, and what? What am I supposed to say? This is money. Something's coming to you. It's over here and it's coming over here. So it's something that you have put into work, maybe over there. So it's maturing. It's maturing. I think that is a financial term. It's maturing and coming to you. Don't worry about that. And I'm meaning overall. You're good to go. So why am I there? I'm getting a male energy and a living around you that has a childlike spirit. It's an adult. That I just want to pat and say it's okay. And it is okay. So tell him it's okay. Kind of a lot of people in spirit around you and helping him through or helping him with this. Do you know what I'm talking about? It doesn't matter. Just know when it's a probably 40 or 50 on some pages, and has been going through something and may come to you for help. And I have to say, but this is for you. So why am I doing that? He's instrumental in some way with your life, or will be, perhaps. Perhaps, yes. Okay. Will be. Going to help pull you through something, and that's why you're attracted to each other, because you're going to help you. So healing to your joints and continue on. Apparently, you're doing something really worthy in life. I mean, so continue on with that. You're in your purpose. You know that. You're in your purpose.
Oh yeah.
You're in your purpose. I'll leave that with you. Here's your joints. Oh, thank you.
Yeah. No, you're fully on your path. You're on your path.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, there's no question about that.
Okay. JTN.
Hello, Lord, beautiful wife.
Hello. Our parking attendant was none other than John. He did a great job. And in that vein, I'm hearing good orderly direction, G-O-D, good orderly direction. Like when your life is flowing, you're in good orderly direction. It's God energy, whatever your concept of God is. And so I'm telling you this, John, you're in good orderly direction right now. Healing is being sent to you. Once again, I have Mark and Almond here. I know all these people. Mark says, do Elvis.
Oh, yeah, okay.
If this is Mark, once again, you're worrying too much about it. Whatever it is, you're worrying too much about it. There's a time for contemplation and there's a time for action. He's on a skateboard and he's moving fast. He said, this is your time for action.
All right.
Okay? What do I got here?
I actually have something for you. You had a life where you were a Viking,
Okay.
but you, when you were young, you went out doing exploring and battle and all that, but just for a little bit, so that you really knew what life was like on a ship, because your life was spent on the forge. You were the metalsmith.
Okay.
And you forged, you could make swords, but what you loved making was like metal parts for the ships. You did shipbuilding, but you would bring the hammer down, and every single time you felt like you were channeling Thor, and Thor's energy flowed through you. So, you used the phrase by Thor's hammer and Odin's spear. That was like your statement. Your like by Thor's hammer and Odin's spear. I approve of that, or I demand some meat, or I what. Yeah, that was your catchphrase, and you were huge, big man. You would pick up children and put them on your shoulder, and just very, you knew how to direct your energy and your power and how to then just be in the moment. And so this life that you lived is with you in this life and is telling you, remember the balance.
Okay.
Living in the moment is as important as being powerful. But he says, you know that.
Thank you.
I will affirm now, we do a group past life regression once a month, and John's done them for 5 years at least now. And he's had those lifetimes. He's very aware of that, so you affirm that. He's been a metal worker in many lifetimes, and he still is. John, there are 2 birds kissing in here, and I don't know what that means. So
Kiss your wife tonight.
BDK 621. Hi and welcome. Gary, something like that. Well, I have a grandmother energy that comes in with big love. Stands behind you and envelops you. She's handing you a cookie. Very grandmother always wow, this is a horse's head.
Oh, yeah.
And it's bordering horse dragon. It's kind of mixed up in this.
Like a war horse.
Yeah, exactly. So things are moving quickly. You're in a 1 year. When I say your year, it's from your birthday to your birthday. So this is all about you. Some things. Oh, I just see you pulling to you. You're like a magnet now. Wow, you're in a good energy. I'm really feeling it. Really, just state plainly what you want because you're in that energetic flow that is just attracting it right to you. Are you married? I'm hearing going to a chapel. I don't know if you're confirming or having an anniversary or something, but it's a real lighthearted, happy feeling. So everything's fine there. But you already know that. But I just keep hearing that song "Belong to the Chapel." Yeah, okay, I got it. It's something a little deeper. It is. Um, it has to do with your bliss, and gosh, well, I covered your age up, but I feel like you're very young to have all these realizations, but you're having them, and God bless you for having them. They're showing me like this horse is jumping obstacles very quickly, so you're going to move quick, and it's time to call that to you. Your grandmother will be with you through the whole thing, and she hears you. Keep talking to her. She thanks you. She thanks you because, you know, when we talk to our people and we wish them on their way, you know, we're always asking spirit for something. But when we say, how you doing? I wish you progression on your journey, it just lifts them up even higher and it gives them strength. So everybody should remember to do that. We're like children. It's like, gimme, gimme, gimme. But, and I know you do that already, but this is your time. Just go for it. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, and she's laying one stone in front of another for you. So she's guiding you with that. Beautiful energy. Just keep it up, and this is just moving very quickly. So it is absolutely your time. Thank you.
So I just want to mention, it feels like we're running a little, I'm not sure if we're going to get through all of the billets before we end tonight, but you're doing this again in a week.
I'm doing it Sunday night, but I can't guarantee everybody this.
Right.
Next Sunday night. Ooh.
Yeah, not
tomorrow morning. I know.
Yeah, not tomorrow morning, but next Sunday night she's doing it again at her chapel, which I've attended those. Those are awesome.
Okay.
So we'll try to get through as many as we can, but also everyone just keep yourself receptive. And so do you do private sessions with people?
I do. You can call me for an appointment. You can get some of the printed matter back there, and if you want an appointment, just give me a call.
Keep going in, just in case.
UP.
Oh,
hello.
Her energy is easy to tap into.
What is the month and day of your birth?
June 13th.
June 13th. Yeah, I knew you'd be here. I have a man with an M name. I also have a Peter. I have a mother. And I got your grandmother when I first walked in because I asked if that was you. You are direct lineage. I mean, it's like, and all of you are just such strong, accomplished women. Right on. Like you need me to tell you that. Yeah, I agree totally with that. No, do you all hear that from this lovely lady? We have to be strong and we can't sit and wait. It's like take a hold of it. I got that. I'm seeing on here a mother, and she has ample bosoms, and that is a signature, like for fertility and accomplishment and feeding and artistic endeavors and family, and wow, they are around you. You know that, you feel them. There's something coming up they're going to help you with, and it might have something to do with your inner circle. It's like an answer to a prayer or a thought. You know, it's like a thought. It's a positive thought, and yes, it will be. And it has to do with those in your inner circle. It's almost, whatever this is almost at the end, and a new beginning is near. So they're hearing your positive outcome for this situation. It's like you're pulling it into your family. So there seems to be a new child waiting to come in. I've got my little guy that tells me somebody around you may be pregnant in the near future. So there's a child waiting to come in. When I get that answer, I say, there's a new beginning around you. Something is getting ready to be birthed. But this is my guy that he's usually right on it. But you're nurturing and you've got a lot of karmic brownie points stored up. And what they do is they give you thanks. It's like a Native American puts his moccasins at your feet. It's in gratitude and thanks. And I feel that very much, and they're all they're saying enjoy us over here because you got a while yet before you get to see them on the other side. So more to do, and God bless you for supporting us. So that's the business right there. So thank you. Okay. TAA 12-8. Hi, it is. Wow, somebody's coming in with it's a male energy. What's the love? The love. You have to get a name. Okay. There's a male energy and a female energy. And I'm trying to get a name, I'm not. Maybe an R for him. What are you doing? Yeah, okay. So what I'm seeing is you being uplifted, almost like just so lightly uplifted. They're working around you to complete something for you. Something that you put into play is almost coming. They're working real hard for it. And boy, they're drawing a heart over you. Very, very much love, but it has to do with more of this energy coming to you. Yeah, I got that. They're showing all kinds of hearts, So love, love, love. And now a rose popped up. I don't know if you have a rose in spirit or not, but or a sister. Okay, thank you. God, if you were closer, I'd run out and hug you. I'm feeling so much love here, and I send that to you. So a lot of love coming from the other side. They hear you. Believe me, they hear you, and they appreciate what you're doing for them, or it must be somebody around your inner circle that you're really a big help to. Thank you. Okay, tipping the hat. Thank you. You know, I get that. I can identify with this. Maybe the first half of your life, yeah, we're in the same neighborhood. First half of your life was not the easiest. I'm feeling above the road. But I'm telling you, this half, it's going to be wonderful. And you know, part of that wonderfulness is our ability to accept what comes and have a knowing that nothing's wasted. Even the tragedies bring us such joy after we see why. And you're in the why. You know the why. You're after the why. So God bless you, but your prayers are being answered. They're not giving me something specific, but it all has to do with love. And God bless you. These are the spirits around you. I'm feeling, in our philosophy, we believe in 6 in our inner circle. I've got 5 right here. Usually the last one we really become greatly acquainted with. Okay, I got you. It's the master teacher. I would look for this part of your life to have some really high spiritual revelation. And you've earned it. And I'll do that with you. Thank you. Okay, JLB 97 or 92? 97. Hi, welcome. I have D name, and I keep hearing my heart belongs to Daddy. I don't know if that song means anything to you or not, but I do have a D name, and I don't think this is your father, but a D name stands near you. Just take it and hang on to it for a little bit. Also, like a female, like Mildred or Melissa or some new name I'm not hearing it clear. She is sawing logs. Make ready for this winter. Make ready for this winter. And I mean this in a positive way. Something you put into play before you'll know this winter. I feel like you're getting a letter or something, an announcement or a confirmation. Something written will come to you this winter, and it will be. I don't want to go so deep to say life-changing, but I feel like a garage door is open. I mean, it's a big door opening. So prepare yourself. And I feel like I'm in like career or an advancement in what you're trying to bring to yourself. And I do feel like that's career goal or something like that. Gosh, your R just got real big, so I've hit it. And I'm to tell you yes about something, but perhaps not as soon as you think. I feel like this may concern someone else. Yeah, it concerns someone else. I'm just feeling the wheel of life. If you know our tarot card, the wheel, I'm just feeling it spinning real fast. And I think this has to do with your mind. And things are beginning to slow down a little bit and become clear. So by the time you get to this point in the winter, you'll be in the energy that you're seeking. Okay, and I'll leave that with you. Oh, I better look what this is. Oh, this is a bird. This is a bird with big wings, big strong wings, and it's heading upward. So, and I feel like this is in the momentum that's coming more towards the winter. Freedom, they're telling me it has to do with freedom too. So I'll leave that with you.
Jump in here at time. You want to do it?
Yes, please.
Okay.
No knees arrest.
Yeah. Okay, we have LPG on 428. Oh, there you go, Lisa. Liking the experience.
Actually, might be better.
Yeah. Okay. How interesting. I'm seeing an angel coming down into your body. This is your guardian angel. Is ready to literally come into your body to help you with everything you've got going on. And has been. things are flowing smoothly because you're literally allowing divine grace to enter you and be in you. And if you feel sometimes almost like you have wings growing out of you, that's like when you feel that way, almost like, oh, your guardian angel is literally physically in your body at that moment. You're sharing space. And okay, I got 1, 2, 3 souls who have people who passed. No, one is a past life of yours, and they're I'm getting grandparent energy. It feels like your mother's mother, but your father's father. So it's not as a couple. And they're saying your other grandparents are busy with other work right now, but they're there to represent. And then you have a past life. It's a young boy. He died young. He was a bit of a rascal. And he was like a street urchin kind of guy. It was like a little, like an Oliver Twist kind of kid, a little inner city pickpocket, so German. But he said, I had a good life, I took what I needed, and then I was done with life before things got too hard. And he's with you because he doesn't want you to take things as seriously as you do. He says, sometimes he thinks you're going to float away. And he's to remind you to be mischievous and take what you want. Okay, and so I mangled your paper a little bit. Actually, the angel is coming into you. Yeah. And so keep the paper from doing And here we have yes, 0606.
Good evening.
Hello. Say that again. Good evening. Okay, now let's see. I keep it just a little too long each time, but this one, no embers on it. Someone's saying to you, don't be a donkey. And you don't need to dig your heels in so hard. That a little give and take is a good thing. And what we have here actually is a picture of a pack mule. And okay, here's the message for you. You don't need to be so serious and doing everything with intensity or like till it's completely done, that you have full responsibility for everything, does not elevate your vibration. It just makes you everyone's pack mule. And you make yourself your own pack mule. You drive yourself harder than you drive anyone else. They're like, your soul family, they're laughing at you right now. They're like pointing their fingers and laughing at you because this is a challenge you gave yourself in this life. And you gave yourself this challenge because you need to learn to go with the flow a little more. And are you like a bit of a micromanager? Yeah, they're saying like the phrase like 50% of the job, like the first 99% of the job is the first 50% of the effort, and the last, and it's not done until you finish that last 1% and give it the full. It's that kind of attitude. They're like, loosen up a little bit because you have all these guides, your soul family, you got all these guides who really want to help you, but they can only help you if you like, yeah, a lot, a lot. The generosity is for you give to everyone else, give it to yourself. And you don't have to worry about people not loving you. They're going to love you because you're lovable. You are. So you're just adorable, and a lot of people want to love you. You just need to well, don't be their pack mule, be their friend. MVS on 7-4. Ah, excellent.
Wonderful evening.
I can feel that energy. Okay. No flame. Oh. Okay. I know you and I have talked before about how you've been a scholar in many of your lives, and of course these scholars are here. They're with you. And they're saying, like, compared to them, you're very young and energetic. So imagine like a young, energetic fellow with a bunch of grandfathers who want to live vicariously through him. They're like, go have adventures, go do, go be. We don't need you here looking, looking through the old homes with us. We want to live vicariously through you, going out there and putting all this knowledge in your head to application, having adventures. So of course you will come home and study and research because that is who you are in your core being. But they're encouraging you to go out and have more adventures. Again, this guy right here is like, don't be such a homebody. A lot of pride in you. A lot of pride. You are absolutely on your soul's purpose. You're living your purpose for being in this life. Your generosity of spirit is even greater than was anticipated. So much love for you, so much appreciation. So I see a circle with an arrow flying through it. And what they're saying is, your life is not a balloon. You can occasionally shoot the arrows through it, and your life will remain intact. But then you can go on an adventure with the arrow. They really want you to have more adventures. Take more holidays, and more laughter. Like not just enjoying life. Oh, I feel good. I enjoy life, but just like crying from laughter and things that are funny to you. And what I see here is, that's interesting because I was seeing this circle with an arrow going through it. And here we have a circle, but you see the energy is coming forward and flying out. So by, sort of doing these adventures, you'll actually allow your energy, instead of being contained, to rise up. And Sally, do you get anything from this?
Yeah, it's opening to even greater things. See how you can really tell deeper and deeper.
Exactly. Good things coming for you. As long as you have more fun, more laughter, more adventure, amazing things will happen. JAP 513.
It's a beautiful evening.
Yes, it is. Interesting. Oh, this is fun. When I turn it this way, it's a heart. And when I turn it this way, it's a person with their arms raised up. And that's why I keep being told to turn it this way and this way, because it's one way, and this way, that's lovely. So much love, so much love. Okay, I have two names coming to me. I'm not as good as Sally is with names, but I have a Mabel and I have a George or Georgiana. George. I got a George and a Mabel, and
I have to look them up.
you have to look them up. Now the problem is, like, sometimes they may be your past lives. So, but the messages they have are, "You go, girl. You're doing great." Time for you to do more teaching. Put yourself out there. Just a reminder that if you're accruing knowledge and skill and getting your vibration up and experiencing great things, it then becomes your responsibility to help others have that. And it's not an ego thing. So they don't want to hear like, oh, when I know more, I'll teach. The act of teaching helps you learn more. And they're like, don't worry about falling on your face, because everyone does. And then you realize, oh, it's not a big deal. I get up. Don't worry about it. Just start teaching. Start teaching. You need to start teaching. Start teaching. In whatever way you feel comfortable with it first. And they're like, not with a PowerPoint and handouts. Casual. Right. Casual, comfortable, and you will find, like, in a very short period of time, you go from a few friends in your living room to doing presentations places, but it's time for you to start that. And they're like, don't promote someone else's work, don't promote some product. They want you to teach from your heart. Teach what you know. Because if you're trying to, oh, I'll become a teacher of this kind of study or meditation, it won't work out, because you'll just be basically an employee of that kind of work. They need you to teach from your heart and your soul what you have to share. And people will be receptive. Don't worry about it. Okay. RGS 405. Grateful for the rain. Interesting. Your vibration is about to go up a lot more. It's time your guides really want you to just raise your vibration and become even more of a conduit than you are. You already are so connected with the divine. You're so connected already. It's time for you to really become a conduit. And they're showing me an image where when you're going to touch people and they feel just so good from the touch. And you walk into a room and everyone in the room feels so good. All the energy that you received through your connections, I said it's time to start letting it just flow from you. So connect even more. Let your crown chakra be wide, and your root chakra, and let everything flow through you, like yummy, divine deliciousness. And then just let it radiate from you like the light from the light bulbs. don't be so much in your head. Be in your heart. It's time for you to be thinking with your heart more. And don't worry if people will take you seriously. They will. Because they'll feel so good when they're around you. It won't even be a matter of taking you seriously. Everyone will just be like, oh, I want to be with you. Touch me again. Will you play with my hair? And everyone will feel good. Do you do any like volunteer work or ever go into healthcare? Like, okay.
Doing spiritual guidance.
Yeah.
And mostly it's volunteers, whatever you want to do.
Yeah. Yeah, because they're showing me that you go to places where people feel ill or sad. They're showing me that you go to places where people feel ill or sad, and then they just feel better, not because you're mentally trying to heal them, but your heart healed. And it's time for you to do heart healing. Does that make sense?
Oh, yes.
Okay. And what I have here is like you're here, and your divine connection is here, and there's a little bit of a connection, but they said get out of your head so this can be a solid connection. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yes. Don't worry about being serious or important or like being able to explain anything or like, because you already are extraordinary. And it's time to just let that flow. Release the floodgates. Okay, EBL 73.
It's beautiful.
It is. Hello. Good to see you. You too. So let's see what I do to your paper. Okay. Oh wow, you're being embraced. You're being embraced and raised up from above. So like you see, here you are, and your guides from above, they're raising you up.
It's like an angel from a distance.
Yeah, yeah. All right, so, and if you get anything, Sally, feel welcome to jump in.
Okay.
Do you do like angel cards?
I have been doing it.
Yeah, you need to do that.
Okay.
You need to be working with angel cards. And it doesn't matter who you do it for your friends, whatever. You need to be doing this, and you need to get together with angel card groups, you know, and practice with them to keep your energy up. Your energy has such a beautiful lightness to it, like angelic feathers. It's very easy for it to get squashed down, and it takes so much effort for you to get yourself back up. You know, and they're like, you should not be putting all your effort into getting yourself back up. You need to have your effort and energy because that's what you're meant to be doing. At this point in your life, on your path, you are meant to feel like angel feathers floating in the sunlight on a beautiful spring day, with, you know, with sparkles and glitter. That's how you're meant to be feeling all the time. For the work that you are soul contracted to be doing in the here and now. Okay? So don't worry about things that keep your vibration down. Step away from that. It's not your responsibility anymore. In fact, there are plenty of others who will be fine with absorbing that. They may be grumbling at first, but that's okay. Because it's your soul contract to raise your vibration very high right now with, and they keep showing with feathers, with shafts of sunlight and glitter, and you know, that's where you're meant to be, because the message is you need to be giving to humanity right now, coming from that. And so the angels will lift you up. Okay. Thank you. That's beautiful. I want a card reading from you. DJW, December 11th. Hi. I'm so paranoid now. Okay. Oh wow, there's like light just going all around you. Like, you know, in the when you take a sparkler around 4th of July and you're like, and it makes that like, that's going all around you right now. But it's not inanimate. It is like a little fairy kind of. You got a little fairy buzzing all around you. This fairy is new in your life. So it's not one of the ones you played with when you were a child. This one is very new in your life. Just picked it up. And it's desperately trying to get your attention. So it's like, so if you're feeling a little like vertigo or a little like lightheaded or something, connect with the fairy because it might, you know, it's almost like strobe lights in your brain. It's not for any reason in your life that this fairy is here. This fairy is here right now because I think you picked it up on your trip. And it just was like, I like her. Very energetic fairy. Very, very energetic. Because you have fairy energy all over you, imprinted on you already. And this fairy was ready for an adventure. So the fairy was trying to get your attention on the airplane ride back. So I don't know if anything weird happened on the airplane, but good. Okay. There's a dog, like sort of a shaggy dog, like 50 pounds or so, I think. That's with you always, always. Curled up at your feet right now. And just lick your foot in the way of breathing. And interesting. When I'm looking at this, so I'm seeing you and your energy is rising up. And right here, this is your soul family calling you up. So your energy right now is rising up to meet your soul family, your intuitive skills are breaking open. Between now and January, you're going to have a huge awakening. Huge awakening. So just like welcome it, be ready for it, open your mind for that, because your soul family shouted, Daddy, we're all here! We're sending you messages and crazy fairies! LMT 423. It's a good thing I was a chef for so many years. I get to look at that. Okay, you have a past life that's very, like, really wants you to know. You were a man, you worked in mines, metal, like silver, gold, metal, silver, in mountains, not in this country, I'm hearing Bulgaria. And you had this life. I think like late 1400s, early 1500s, where you would, you lived in an area where there was metals in the earth, but meteors had also were to be found. And in this life, you were very good at listening to Earth talking to you. You were, very connected with understanding about geology and earth science and what kinds of plants grow from what kinds of nutrients in soils, and like if this kind of rock is here and I go in this cave here, I should like, you were really good at reading the earth. You didn't consider yourself like earth spirit. You were very much Christian in this life, but you had great respect and connection with the earth. And you were very good at finding meteor stones and the like as well. So I'm trying to get the name. It's it keeps sounding to me like Heisel, but he's telling me he's like that's not it. Anyway, do you meditate with crystals? Try it. You might find that you are extraordinarily good at it. Because when you meditate with crystals, it's not just about, oh, look, I have this like really cool, pretty thing in my hand. It's about getting into the crystalline structure of it and really feeling how the energy would flow through it. Crystals are used in like computers and watches for a reason. They're great energy conductors, but it's the crystalline structure within it that is the conduit. And that was something in that life you knew, and in that life, still not getting the name, would like to connect with you in this life and share with you how to do this. Yep. And so do you know what to read with this?
I see a bell.
Okay.
And also get the deal that says thank you. And that has to do with something in the previous few days. So thank you.
WAS 0612.
Hello, and have a wonderful evening.
Okay. You got a couple of angels with you. That was my question. And they were laughing at me saying, he doesn't have an angel on one shoulder and a devil on the other. He's got an angel on each shoulder. Angel humor.
Yeah.
They amuse only themselves. Okay, these angels are telling jokes like Heckle and Jekyll over here. Like, one of them says, how do you make an angel blush? And the other one goes, tell it a dirty joke. Like, I think that's hilarious. They're just like totally cracking each other up. But they love you because you have a great sense of humor. And you use humor to heal. And And healing is always, and you heal through your design, you know, for true purpose. And that's why the angels are just like, it's not even like they're protecting you or, you know, they feel like you're one of them. And so they can, it's like, they're like kicking off their shoes and chilling like they're with their buddies, you know? Like, you know how we have our public manners and then we have our, when you're with your closest friends and you're just wearing sweatpants and you don't care if there's food crumbs on you. That's the way the angels feel about you. And that's pretty cool.
That's cool.
That's very cool. They would like you to tell them jokes sometimes. So you can read them off the internet, you know. But if you're reading, they want more humor. They want more humor. And they said, you understand that humor raises our vibration and fills us with joy. So it's just the highest level of healing and the best way to connect with everyone. But they want you to have more humor from you for you. They want you also, like there's too many people in this room who like are serious when you're alone. So I'm asked to share a general message for everyone. When you're alone, you're with the best company you could imagine. Just crack yourself up. They want you to start working with colors and really look at colors and connect energetically and emotionally with the colors you're looking at or thinking of. And they said also sometimes think about what colors you put on your body, or like, and they're like, don't go and buy a new wardrobe. They're like, don't do that. You're too big. You're like a tall guy. They're like, that would be like so difficult for you to get. But they said you can have like colors like in cloth, like colors like swatches of color that you can pull out and meditate with, and think about translating the color to energy and emotion. Does that make sense for you? So like in meditation, but they said you can have like a little bag, a grab bag with different bits of cloth with color in it, and that can help you. You know, you're fine, you absorb and you process, but sometimes it's like directing your energy. It said it can be, you can use color, and then the energy that goes from you to others can be almost like you're hitting lasers. Does that make sense? Yeah. Okay.
Absolutely.
Good. And this is great. These are your two angels on your two sides. And they're like whispering.
You know, I don't know if you were named for someone or not, but I have a William around you that spends great life.
Okay. I'm not sure.
I'm one.
An angel.
So I have a 1016. Oh, wait, who said that? Oh, hi! We got you! What is your name? Haya? I like that name. Okay, here's something interesting about you, Haya. You enjoy spending lives as a man or a woman equally, okay? You have no problem taking on any kind of guys. You're a little bit of an actress and a chameleon in your soul. And that's part of why pretty much everyone who's comfortable within themselves is comfortable with you. And people who are very uncomfortable with themselves feel threatened by you. Does that make sense? Yes. You're not doing anything wrong. It's just they can't deal with the beautiful balance that's within you. You also, you spend a lot of lives off planet, and you spend lives as like animals. You are like, wow, you, in your higher state of being, you are really comfortable with everyone. And as anything, it makes no difference to you if you're in life as a human here, or if you're going to be some interesting creature in another galaxy or another dimension, or if you're going to come back as a butterfly. You're like, just a few days. Yeah. But to you, it's all just a few days. You have a wonderful flow to you. And in your higher state of being, you actually work with energy flow, like the cosmic winds and the ley lines that get people from one dimension to another. You're very good at I don't really understand the work you do, and it would take too long, but you work with that. Are you an energy healer?
I've studied a few things and I'm really coming into my intuition.
Yeah.
So that's part of my course.
It's practice all kinds of forms of energy healing. Don't do just one, because you're very comfortable with all kinds of things, which means if you do just one, you're like, now I'm bored. Or, well, I thought this would fulfill me, but now it doesn't. So you need to, you're a researcher. You love to research. So learn about the history of energy healing, learn about energy healing in different cultures, learn about energy, like different types of energy healing. And as you learn about the different vibrations and feelings, it will like really fill you up. You won't feel empty. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're doing great. Everyone up there is thrilled with you, very happy with you and the work you do and the choices you've made. You've learned a lot of lessons the hard way, but that's how you learn lessons. You learn them, you move on, and being an energy healer and a researcher together will really help you release anything that's like clogging the arteries, so to speak. Okay. And you're being carried away. They're like, it's going to be so easy for you. It'll be like a magic carpet. We have 2 left. Shall I do one and then you do the final?
Okay. I do want to tell you though, there's someone around you who died in a warlike situation and young, and he is helping you adjust to something. And a lot of energy from this beautiful soul who went way too soon. I'll leave that with you.
I have LTW, August 3rd.
That's the cute.
Yes, it is. So interesting. I'm seeing 3 cocoons side by side, like almost like there was a sci-fi movie, they'd be pods that people would be in to travel. So this is a message from your higher self. When you came into this life, you came in for a purpose. We're going to get that in a second. You came with 2 other people, and you all will meet up. I said you may already have met one, but the 3 of you, when the 3 of you meet, you'll feel the energy between the 3 of you, and you'll understand that each of you is doing work separately, but you're connected. And you're very old soul. You've been around a long time. And you've had a lot of lives. You've had a lot of lives, like, not just here. You are in this life now, not for you, but to help some others who asked you to come and help them. Which means it's really, really important that your self-esteem is strong. It's really important that when you get any of those self-doubting thoughts, you let them know that you love them and release them. Because you don't have time for that. You do not have time. You have others who are waiting for you, and they're waiting for you to be a mentor and a teacher and to help them. And so you got to, like, if you're like, who am I to think that? I like, get rid of that because it's in your way. That's nonsense, because that's like saying, okay, so I went to work today, I clocked in, I'm sitting at my desk. Who am I to think that I can do this work? Like, you're already clocked in, now you got to do the work. So release anything that will hold you back. You've got some like things that you want to do, but you're not letting yourself do them. Do them. Because the last thing you want is for the people that you soul contracted to meet to do the work you're going to do to show up and you're not there, because self-esteem causes you to like not show up. Does that make sense? Yeah. Okay. All right. You got some dreams. Those dreams were not made up by your ego or by like pretension. Those dreams were made up by your soul contract. You got to go for that. And that's funny. Like, this is very light, but there's 3 dark spots in here. And with the power of 3, you could pass that back. Ready to do the last one?
Okay, you know who you are. Who hasn't had a reading yet? Okay, so can you give me the month and days of birth?
September 3rd, 1991.
Wow, a lot of 3s and 6s here tonight. I have an M name, female. I want to say Mona, but I don't think that's it. Do you have a Mona in spirit? There's an N name, a female in spirit around you. I'm not getting it. She is, she's very higher energy, like a master teacher energy. And she is going to help you sort some things out. Now I'm hearing Peter, too. These are higher vibrational energies, and one is on either side of you. There's something for you to discover that you haven't quite put your hand on yet, but it's there for you. So when you're ready, the teacher will appear. And I tell you, there couldn't be anything truer than that. And it will come to you perhaps when you least expect it. But you do have a great expectation. And you are meant to do greater things. And remember, my master teacher said, even things I did, you can do those and even greater. So I'm getting a real masterly high vibration around you, healing and healing in all aspects. This kind of work is healing. So healing is not necessarily being a doctor or people coming to you one at a time, but you're meant to heal in whatever aspect your bliss leads you in. And yeah, I got it. Love Joseph Campbell. Follow your bliss. Really, what gives you happiness and energy, just go into it. It may not look like something that can heal, but it will turn out to be that. So you're seeking, you will find it. These energies will help you as well. And really getting a high vibration around you. Just keep on plugging away, okay? And I'll leave that with you. I thank you all for allowing me to stand between the two worlds. Thank you so much. Appreciate you being here, and I'll see you in church in the morning.
Thank you.
Oh, that was fun. Great job. Helping out those buildings, is that the first one? Good job. That's great. I'm ready to well, it definitely felt like that's really Charlotte? Yeah, we're definitely going to do that's a great part. Yeah, it was just like, we were looking for the and then I was going to ask I realized that if we leave and I'm like, well, I love Charlotte's yeah. Yeah. And that feels good. Yeah.